Okay, welcome to Storiist. Thank you so much for picking up this software. I truly appreciate you putting your faith in me. This video is just to show you how the software works and exactly what to do with it. So, when you first log in, you're going to see this video right at the top, how to use Storiist. And you can well, I assume you press play since you're watching this video. So basically, here's how Storiest works. Depending on which version you have, you may have the basic version of Storiest, or you may have the platinum version. So the basic version of Storiest includes two different types of stories: on life-changing results or on traffic. And the idea behind stories is that basically every single element of each story works with every other element of each story. So basically, what that means is that it doesn't matter which ones you can choose any of them and they'll all fit nicely together. So, for example, let's say we choose life changing. We can choose any of these that look good. These are all the first paragraphs, what you're going to be putting in, okay? And then you can choose a second paragraph, third paragraph, and then fourth paragraph, and you can choose whatever you like. They will all fit neatly together, or you can click randomize it for me, and the software will automatically randomly pick one of them for you every single time. All right, and basically that's all you're going to do is just pick something random, whatever looks good to you, or just randomize it. Okay, now for the call to action. So basically this is going to be a separate link that's going to appear inside of your email that will be generated by the software. So basically you're just going to put in the text and then the link you want it to point to. So for example, and we have a couple of examples down here, if I can show you. Okay, so possible calls to action: grab X now, I want in, take my money please, this sounds great, let me in, etc., etc. And you can use whatever you like. We deliberately decided not to include a call to actions because there's so many possibilities of what you may want to do for call to action in order to personalize your emails. And we figured this takes you about 5 seconds to write. So, and especially for providing you with additional possibilities, you don't really need us to limit you on the call to action. And you have a couple of possibilities. So, for example, let's say that we decided um, I want to grab Storiist now. All right. And that's basically what we're going to put down as our call to action. Now we're going to put in our link. The link does have to include HTTPS or HTTP. Make sure you include it because it will not work correctly without that. So for example, if we want to say Storiist, we're going to put in https://storiist.com. All right. And then finally, you can choose how many times you want your call to action to appear. You can have it appear one time, in which case it appears just after the last of the paragraphs. You could have it appear twice, in which case it'll appear after the first and last, or four times it'll appear after every single one. Yes, I know technically we could have done an option for three times, but it kind of seemed overkill to do that. That's why we didn't bother. So let's say we wanted to have it appear twice. And again, you can do whatever you want. All you can do is click generate, right? And then basically you're going to get these things already prepared for you. All right, so you can see here that our four paragraphs are all written out. They're all formatted already with the text that you want to use. So you have the text exactly the way it should be with underlines, with bold, with italics and all that stuff. You see here, we have the link. It's set up correctly for you. All you do is click copy to keyboard, copy to clipboard rather, and once you've done that, it will be available to you. You can simply press Command V or Control V, depending on if you're on Mac or Windows, inside of your email, and it'll paste it. If you prefer to get the HTML of it, because some email um, systems will not accept it. Most of them will, by the way. If you copy it from here, in most cases, it will appear fully formatted. The only thing you might want to do maybe is, obviously you have to add on your signature at the end, but that you should have pre-programmed into your autoresponder. And maybe you want to change some of the text if you want to change the font or whatever, or if you want to personalize the text a little bit, you can. You don't have to. Again, because of the fact that Storiist is designed to give you so many different options, the text will be at least somewhat unique pretty much every time you do it. There's over 4,000 permutations available with each Storiist pack. Now, if you prefer, you can simply use the HTML code. It's the exact same stuff. It's just written up in HTML so that basically you can paste it into the HTML section of your autoresponder and use that. Again, use copy to clipboard and it'll automatically be copied for you, or copy to clipboard here. It's automatically copied for you and it's ready to paste. Now, we provided you with a bunch of possible headlines. You don't have to use any of these. And again, we first of all, there's no way for us to paste a headline into your autoresponder because it's a separate field in your autoresponder, so we couldn't really do that. And second of all, again, there's so many possibilities, and we wanted to provide you with as much stuff as possible. You got 29 different possibilities here. These should give you more than enough ideas for what to write. You can also make your own headlines, obviously, if you want to make your own, but this will give you some idea. And again, because we can't, we wanted to make it as done for you as possible, but at the same time, we cannot paste the headline into your autoresponder. We thought about maybe having a random generator for the for the headline as well, but it's just as easy if you just go randomly pick one of these, and sometimes the headlines may not fit with what you want. For example, one of these possible headlines is this closes in X number of hours, and obviously in 2 hours, whatever. Obviously, that wouldn't necessarily work with everything that you might be doing. Okay, and that's pretty much it. It's very, very simple. If you have Storiist Platinum, you're going to see 7 different options. You'll see the life-changing in traffic in Storiist Platinum as well. And then there's 5 additional options beyond that. In Storiist Platinum, if you're looking at the JV version of Storiist, that's specifically intended for selling Storiist itself. It's not intended for general use. And so all the stories and the Storiist JV are designed specifically around the idea of selling a story. That's pretty much it. It's super simple to use. Very, very, very. Uh, um, we wanted to make it dummy simple, basically. And so below this, all this stuff that's not here yet, but you will see at some point there will be a link down here at the bottom of this page for the bonuses that were promised on the sales page. You're going to see that link here. It'll be here probably by the time you actually watch this video. For now, it's not there. It's because we're still in testing mode. And that's pretty much it. So I hope you found this video helpful, and I welcome you to Storiist, and thank you so much for picking it up.